But so I wanted to talk about the Facebook thing. So the majority of people who start YouTube videos do so for two reasons. And I think one of the reasons is to just share videos, share their opinions, just have people watch, which is basically entertainment. And of course, you have educational videos, which, by the way, I'm gonna start doing. Since I'm a software engineer, I thought, it'd be good to talk about what I actually do, because I don't want people to think that I don't know anything except to have fun on YouTube. I work as a software engineer, so I would like to talk about that, especially really to help young people who may not necessarily have access to the best help. I mean, the internet is full of help today. It's really all you need is an access to the internet. And if you can access my videos, most likely you have access to the internet, so you can definitely find all the help that you need. But sometimes it's nice to have a person who can guide you, because sometimes you don't even know what to search for. You don't even know where to begin, really. That's the challenge, I think, for most people. And you don't even know what questions to ask, because you really don't know, and there's so much information and misinformation out there that I think it would help to ask someone who actually works in the field. So, and that's how really I plan to avail myself. So those are the two types: entertainment, education. But there's also a third type, which is people hope to make money on YouTube. And so I did research that, by the way. How do you make money on YouTube? And pretty much everyone says, don't expect to make any money on YouTube unless you have millions and millions of subscribers. But fortunately for me, that I wanted to research, because I also don't like to use my time in a way that's not necessarily wise or beneficial. I thought, hey, could I make money? And so apparently it's not an easy thing to do. You have to know a whole lot, and you get a lot of views, which I don't intend to embarrass myself or my children. I want to just do something that's pretty much informational, entertaining, or and if it becomes successful, great. If it doesn't, it's okay. I'll continue, because I'm not necessarily desperate for it to work that way. So and this really, I just started on YouTube. I mean, I did try years ago, and I kind of let it go, and now I decided to actually do something about it. But the one thing, and my phone just said, oops, low battery, which I just started. But anyway, so the one thing I wanted to rant about, really, this is more of a rant video than anything. Like, I want to pour my soul out. So I've been a Facebook user for years, at least I would say 8 years, and I use Facebook religiously, because that's where I get to connect with my family back home, and also with friends, like old friends, and meet new friends. It's really like a nice social tool. It's probably the best out there, I think. I put a lot of content in there, but I just found out that Facebook is going to be paying specific people. They've signed about $50 million contract. I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds like really good money. How do I get a piece of that? But it so happens that Facebook has signed contract to pay specific people to produce live content for Facebook. We all do. That's really what I don't understand. I don't know why they chose to go that route, because really, Facebook social networks are really things that allow average people who don't have access to really make themselves. So, and celebrities did not use social networks until we, the average people, build social networks. And now when it's time to make money, Facebook chooses people who are already successful to pay them. those people need the average viewer to view in order for them to remain successful. And so the fact that Facebook would pay them rather than the average viewer or the average person who produces content for Facebook, they choose to pay, basically make the rich richer. And I just don't think that's a fair thing to do. It's almost similar to YouTube, because YouTube pays people who are popular, but those people tend to make themselves to begin with. So, and it's really like a fair process in that everybody signs a contract with YouTube, but ultimately, everybody pays signs a contract with YouTube, but it depends on the success of your channel, whether you get paid or not. This is a departure from that, in that you select a few individuals and then you pay them and then expect all of us to contribute. I mean, Facebook wants to know everything that I do. And I know I can choose not to volunteer that information, but again, that's what makes Facebook fun, is because you can share pretty much anything with people you either consider friends or you can share with strangers. And I'm usually one of those people who share my content with my friends rather than public. I will have public posts now and then, but overall, I share my stuff with my friends. But what I do not like is how Facebook really decided to monetize Facebook, but do it in a way that basically selects a few and expects all of us to contribute to Facebook and Facebook's content, and yet none of us are going to get paid. I think that's totally unfair. And I think what we should do as Facebook users is give Facebook an ultimatum and say, we want you to change that policy. As users, or we're going to walk out, or we're going to deprive you of information, which really is what makes your business. And then from there, Facebook will be forced to change, because they understand that they are in the information business. We understand that as users, and yes, we use it voluntarily. And I don't think there's a I don't think there's a dichotomy between using Facebook as a user and being able to profit, just like we do on YouTube. It's the same thing. Again, they can, bubble things up, pay according to views, whatever, but ultimately they should allow equal access to revenue, to upward mobility on Facebook and all those things. So I just wanted to say that, because actually, I know they probably will say, guess what? You are free to make yourself public, blah, 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 blah. And you can promote yourself as much as you can, which, by the way, it costs money to promote anything on Facebook. So you can promote yourself, and they will say that. But ultimately, what drives Facebook is the content, is people constantly being engaged with Facebook. Now they even have desktop notification, where if you're sitting and close your window, you still get notification, because they have services running on the background. So, but ultimately, what I want to say with this video is that it's not fair that they've decided to introduce revenue sharing this way. They should at least even had us vote. I mean, they have all the tools to find out how do we want this done. And I understand their business, blah, 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 but their business entirely depends on us as everyday users to really survive. And so the day we decide, you know what, that's it, we all walk out, what would they do? Nothing. So we need to give them an ultimatum and say, you need to change how you monetize videos. You need to give equal access to everyone, and then people can decide to promote themselves, or they can just do nothing. So I just wanted to say that. By the way, this is my first live video, so I know it's already long. I was hoping for 5 minutes, but it looks like it's already almost 12 minutes. So I will stop here, and I hope to do more targeted, more precise live videos the next time I try to do this. Thank you so much for watching. If you are watching right now, I don't know, there's no way for me to know because I'm doing this thing on my phone, so I honestly don't know how this is supposed to work. But I hope you guys are having a great day. And I'm trying to work as hard at my work and also have a little fun. So I'm gonna go